If you're buying Apple gadgets this year, what should you get? Today, we're going to talk about your options, especially if you're buying an Apple computer. As I mentioned before, there's the range of Apple iPhones. You can also get and use the latest iPad, which we commonly call a tablet. Not only that, Apple has released their AirPods, AirPods Max, and HomePods for a great sound experience. The Apple ecosystem is truly beautiful. It allows us to work seamlessly between devices. If you get all these, your experience in the technological, digital world will be incredibly smooth and seamless. There's the Apple Watch and the Apple Watch Ultra. You can see their prices listed like this. There's also the Apple Pencil and Apple AirTags. You'll find a whole range of Apple products available. The Apple ecosystem truly means you can work on something on your MacBook and then transfer it to your iMac. Some tasks you're doing there can even be controlled from your Apple Watch. Your iPhone can connect to everything. When you get a call, your Apple AirPods connect to your phone. When you listen to music, they connect to your Mac. You get such a seamless experience through this. If you get hooked on Apple devices or start to truly experience them, you'll find yourself forgetting everything else because of how good the experience is. We have every Apple device in our Apple Dream Desk setup. The special thing is that Apple updates these products every year, giving us more options. This helps us make the right purchases. Today, let's talk about what these devices are and how we make that decision. First off, if you're buying an Apple product, especially an Apple computer, it's broken down into several categories. We're going to discuss those today. Here's the Apple iPhone lineup that came out this year just for you. We have all 4 phones in the iPhone 16 series. Not only that, the 5th phone is the Apple iPhone 16e, which is an option if you're looking to buy an iPhone on a budget. There are also many other accessories, including the Apple Watch, which we'll discuss today. First, if you're getting an Apple computer, what are your options? Apple computers are mainly divided into 6 categories: 2 types of MacBooks, the iMac, the Mac Mini, the Mac Studio, and the Mac Pro. You can see these options in the chart provided. I'll start by talking a bit about the MacBook Air, which everyone pays attention to. Just as the Apple iPhone comes out with a new chip, a new brain, every year, Apple is accustomed to releasing Apple computers or Apple MacBooks with a new brain every year. This year, it comes with Apple's M4 chip. This MacBook is often purchased by entry-level users, students, and professionals. Starting at around $999, you can buy this laptop in several versions. You can see how it can be purchased based on the chip, RAM, and screen size. After the MacBook Air, for more professional users, Apple has designed a Pro model. The most important thing here is that the processing power has been increased. Instead of just the M4 chip, they've added more powerful chips like the M4, M4 Pro, and M4 Max. You'll see a significant increase in CPU and GPU power. This also comes with options for different screen sizes, RAM, and storage, allowing for various price points. The third option is the iMac. This is my iMac, which I love to use. This is the new standard iMac. Previously, there was a larger iMac, but that's no longer available. Now you get this new iMac. You can also buy this based on the chip, RAM, and storage. The main advantage of buying an iMac is the high-quality screen. If you were to buy a separate screen that's smooth for your eyes and suitable for graphic design, video editing, and app development, it would cost a lot of money. So, for someone working from home and using an Apple computer, this is very important. Next is a product we all love and are excited about, the Mac Mini. It's currently the most affordable way to get the Apple computer experience on the market. It's essentially a full computer packed into a tiny device. The special thing about it is that you need to buy the keyboard, mouse, and monitor screen separately. Alternatively, if you already have a TV or monitor at home, you just need to plug this in. You can get the same software experience as an iMac or MacBook through the Mac Mini. Even though Apple released this as a low-budget option, they've also released a much more powerful version. This is the Mac Studio. This is quite expensive, as you can see by the dollar amount, even without taxes and shipping charges. It can be described as an ultra-performance version of the Mac Mini. They offer options based on the chip, RAM, and storage. Finally, I don't think this will grab much of your attention. You can see the price of the Mac Pro. It's listed at $6,999. Imagine how much it costs when you add their monitor and other accessories. You can see we already have a gaming machine that cost about $15,000 to $16,600 to build. This can be described as the Apple version of that. So, those are the options you get with Apple computers. Especially when buying an Apple computer, it's difficult to change the RAM, storage, or screen size afterward. So, before you buy, you need to decide what storage you need, what RAM you need, and what screen size you need. If you compare this with a Windows computer, you might make a mistake. Windows always tries to sell by focusing on the highest RAM and GPU. But you might not believe it, I use a MacBook Air with an M1 chip and 8 GB of RAM, which I bought a few years ago to manage all the apps, software, and AI-generated things you see. This means that compared to Windows, less RAM isn't a significant factor here. We'll explain these things in depth when we talk about them in the future. Alright, we've finished talking about Apple computers. In the next video, I plan to discuss my MacBook experience. Also, I'm currently struggling to decide whether to use the latest M4 MacBook Air or the latest MacBook M4 Pro as my primary device. I'll talk about which one I choose in the next video. Additionally, in upcoming videos, I plan to show you how to set up a Mac Mini you can buy within your budget and start working from home. That's why I always say, if you haven't already, definitely subscribe to the Cyber HQ channel. We've got a lot more important stuff coming your way. Also, if you have any questions about this, drop them in the comment section below. I'll be reading through them and plan to answer your questions in upcoming videos. Thanks again for joining us today. If you haven't subscribed to Cyber HQ yet, you can head over to YouTube, subscribe, and click the notification bell icon. Thanks again for being with us today. We'll be back soon with lots of new videos on the next Cyber HQ show. And don't forget to share this video with your friends or anyone who likes learning new things.